Welcome, lords and ladies, back to the streets of Absalom. I am your host, the Goat King, and today we're visiting Kraken's Ink Tattoo, a well-kept tattoo parlor near the docks. I first heard of this shop and its owner from an excitable kobold in the market. She was selling piercings and prints of artwork, but she was also directing customers to the shop proper. Kraken's Ink Tattoo has been around for a while, and it has always been a simple tattoo parlor, but I've heard rumor that the new owner is capable of more than just pretty patterns. Arhan Benemia is an immigrant whose whole family fled Cheliax. The regime there isn't particularly fond of Shalanites, you see. Regardless, when he was given the shop by its old owner, it didn't take long for him to start accepting bartered items in payment. And while he doesn't tell most of his customers, I have it on good authority that he is proficient with the methods of arcane tattooing discovered by the Thessalonians. I've collected, with some difficulty, a few examples of his work. All the magic tattoos and bartered items sold at Arhan's shop are uncommon. Arctic Vigor is a tattoo of a polar bear imbued with both protective and offensive magic. This level 10 tattoo provides protection from environmental cold and what is essentially a once-per-day, ice-based fireball. The level 15 upgrade enhances both effects. Crown of Insight appears to simply be a string of eyes. The effect of this level 7 tattoo is niche. It helps to alert you when you're near an unnoticed creature. Unfortunately, this does not aid against creatures hidden in plain sight. Enveloping Light is a favorite of mine. Starting at 3rd level, this tattoo, once per day, will protect you from the damage caused by a critically failed attempt to treat wounds on yourself. An additional once per day effect allows you to activate it to gain a small amount of healing over the course of 5 rounds. This also makes you glow. The level 9 upgrade increases the healing and removes the once per day limit on critical failure protection. Reflexive Tattoo almost fails to be a tattoo as it is intentionally subtle. This level 7 tattoo allows you to, once per day, use the Conceal Spell metamagic feat on a 2nd level or lower spell that targets only you. That spell level limitation is, for me, the deal breaker. It makes this tattoo too niche for my characters. Now, if none of those tattoos caught your fancy, there are the bartered items Arhan is willing to sell. Perhaps the greatest among them, and the most expensive, is Kraken's Guard. A level 19 steel shield, painted crimson and decorated with the 8 writhing tentacles of a kraken. Once per hour, this shield can be activated, causing the tentacles to strike out in a 30-foot cone. After activating the shield for 1 minute, these tentacles can be used to grapple creatures within 10 feet of you with great effectiveness. The Queasy Lantern is a relatively simple level 7 item. Once per day, the magic light of this lantern can be altered to cause those bathed in it to become ill. Upgrades to the lantern simply strengthen this effect. Stone Circle is a strange name for a rectangular piece of stone. It makes more sense when activated. This level 10 item can be activated once per week, causing it to expand into a 100-foot wide, Stonehenge-like structure. This structure aids secondary casters when casting rituals of 5th level or lower. The level 19 upgrade can be activated once per day, has no spell level limit, and provides more effective aid. Most surprising among these items is an armor rune. Staunching is a level 5 rune that reduces the DC of flat checks to end the bleeding persistent damage condition. Its upgraded forms further reduce the DC, but I think we've probably bothered the shopkeeper long enough. Thank you again for visiting the streets of Absalom. I have been your guide, the Goat King, and as always, travel with loyal companions.